For years, hell, maybe even decades, we've been hit upside the head with zombie movies and shows. The last decade alone, The Walking Dead has given way to an absolute obsession with a post-apocalyptic world where there are no rules, where civilization crumbled because we failed to control a biological disease or weapon. Many are calling this predictive programming, scare tactics to actually manifest such an event. But I just saw something totally bizarre, and now news and media outlets are running wild with the scare tactics once again. Take a look at this article. This is from 4 days ago, and this is from the New York Post. Chinese lab crafts you-know-what strain of virus with a 100% kill rate in humanized mice and a surprisingly rapid death rate. Now, this, of course, is a Chinese lab that did this, and this is a mutated you-know-what strain that has been around since apparently 2017. And at some point, there's been such a rapidly deadly mutation in this thing that there is a 100% death rate in the mice that they tested on. And this virus actually comes from pangolins, which are scaly, anteater-like mammals you find in warmer places on the planet. One of the things that really stood out to me are the symptoms and the places on the body that this thing attacks, okay? The strain that it evolved from it actually infects the lungs, bones, and eyes, tracheas, and the brains. I read in another article somewhere that the brain is the last thing that it attacks. So we talk about zombie apocalypses, but I mean, take a look at these symptoms. I'll just read the last bit of this. We're talking about the symptoms, and it says, in the days before their deaths, the mice quickly lost weight, exhibited a hunched posture, and moved extremely sluggishly. And most eerie of all, their eyes turned completely white the day before they died. I mean, what if that doesn't sound like a zombie apocalypse? I don't know what, this is totally creepy stuff. And to add even more creepiness to it, the day after, that was the 16th, the 17th, CBS News and all the other media news outlets report this, that world leaders are going to be gathering to discuss disease X. And here's what to know about the hypothetical you-know-what. Okay? They're all of a sudden going to make up this meeting about a hypothetical scenario where this disease, like the one that we just described, breaks out. And when they say world leaders, who are we talking about? Oh, the World Economic Forum, a group of unelected idiots in Davos, Switzerland, that have not been elected to represent anybody on anything and basically tell the world how to regulate medical, health for the entire world. So I'll read a little bit about this, but their premise of this meeting is that there are strains of viruses, this is a quote, there are strains of viruses that have very high mortality rates that could develop the ability to transmit efficiently from human to human, says Dr. Amesh Ajala of Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security. And here's CBS, more of the article, asking, from where could a pathogen like disease X originate? And it says, a deadly pathogen like disease X, which would likely be a respiratory virus, according to Ajala, could already be circulating in animal species and is not able to be transmitted to humans yet. I mean, come on, give me a break. Why are these people, why are their fingerprints always all over this stuff beforehand? Well, I'll tell you why. For people who understand the spiritual aspect of terms like predictive programming, the reason that they do these things and show us beforehand is because they lack the overwhelming power to make this stuff happen. And they can use us as the public and seed things subconsciously. And when we fear and sometimes even accept it on a subconscious level, then that empowers them. It's a spell, if you will. If you dig, that kind of occultic side, spiritual aspect to these brainwashing techniques and these things. But this is the reason they do that. They show it to us, and then they feed off of that fear. and it lends power to their purposes and their agendas. And you probably know, all the stuff we've gone through in the last few years, I'm not going to mention it explicitly because it'll probably get this video removed, but for those who know, you know. But hey, check out some of my other stuff here, and I've got tons more stuff on the way. I've got stacks and lists of ideas, and it is going to be coming out rapid fire in the next few months, hopefully. So any support, liking, subscribing would greatly be appreciated. I will see you guys in the next one.